What is going on, blue chips? Let's see what we got today. Whoops. Spring action. You're going to be okay. Remember that. Let's get to it. How we all doing this morning? As you can see, I have the wrong screen up. Got my web browser up here. Let's minimize that. And then VC thing got demolished. This thing closed up here at 8 something yesterday. I'm assuming this was earnings or something. Had a run up to 1321. Pre-market gap down to 367. Opened up at 803. Immediately went down to 367, and it's just chilling down there. That thing is crazy. What's up, Jeff? How you doing this morning? Don't really have too much to look at this morning. I have up on my charts, I have MNK kind of chilling there. Still not a fan of the long look that it has on the daily. Let's take a look over here. So we got MNK, however, as we can see, that 200 moving average is chilling right there. It's sitting at, looks like pretty much at $7. So we're definitely keeping MNK up, looking for this break of yesterday's highs, which is pretty much there. Looks like it already did break today, but we're going to look for it to extend away from that to around $7. And we're going to be starting that position for sure if it gets there. I think that was kind of the only other one that I had up. I'm actually going to put MNK down here as a primary. IQ was the other one that I kind of pulled up earlier. This one just didn't really have any volume as well, and it looks to not even be on the gapper list anymore because it continues to kind of stair step its way down here in the pre-market. So take a look at our leading gappers. We got NTRP, which is going off on the scanner right now. We have no shares on this thing. It is a lower float sitting at 10 million. So most likely going to be staying away from this. Also looks like it's in a bit of a short squeeze. Has a pretty decent gap to fill all the way up here to about 430. So we'll definitely be leaving that one alone. If you're someone that likes low float stocks and you like to gamble with your money a little bit, that one could be for you. Brad, what's going on, man? Good morning, sir. Thomas, what's going on? Good morning. Let's see, what else do we got? GNPX. These are all low floaters, as you can see. Let's go up to the actual scanners. You can see the gap up here is what I'm going off of right now. So GMPX, obviously not something we'd play. We'll just take a look at it real quick. Second on the gapper list at 54.8%. Looks like it gapped up a little bit higher, and it kind of came back down. Pretty much gave everything back, and then now it's kind of gapping up again. That's the thing with these lower price stocks is, yeah, it can be up 54.8%, but the range on it is only like 30, to 50 cents or so. So that's why we don't usually like to play those. OSS, no shares there as well. This is an interesting one. Looks like it just comes from absolutely no volume, period. So probably an earnings play. Let's see what else we got. AKCA. Looks like this one gapped up really high. Not exactly sure why. Could be earnings, not sure. And then it pretty much gave most of it back. So AKCA is something that we wouldn't be, it's a lower float anyway. So if we go looking for the first stock that we'd possibly be interested in, it would be EXPR, which we have no shares on anyway. So let me back this out a little bit. There we go. Then we would go down to mRNA, which this is one I had looked at earlier, but looks like it has pretty much given everything back as well. SID, a little bit on the higher side with the float. We do have shares there. Range is not very good. Anytime you see candles like this, I tend to just not even bother. Then we got MNK. Then we got CFRX. We already talked about MNK a little bit earlier. Dope Flamingo. Yo, what's up, man? CFRX is definitely not something we'd be interested in. No volume, no range. NIO, we know we never have shorts available on this thing. MYND, let's see, SE, and the SE will kind of close it out. Okay, so SE is at all-time highs here. Not letting me go back any further, so I'm assuming it IPO'd here in 2017. Yeah, speaking of 2017, or well, just 2019 in general, why has it taken this long for anybody to... Jide, what's up, man? I actually think I saw you had subscribed. Maybe I guess it just finally decided to go through. I did just refresh Streamlabs, so maybe that's what it was. But how come it took me... myself to figure out that since the beginning of January, I've been putting in 2019 for the stream? No one has let me know that every stream before this has said 2019 for the morning stream. I just noticed it this morning, and it was by mistake, actually, because I went to change the date, and I was just like, wait a minute. It's 2020. What am I doing? So... yeah, thanks for that. Appreciate you guys looking out for me. I just thought that was funny. I saw that this morning. I was like, so it took me 22 days to finally fix it and make it 2020 instead of 2019. So, what was the float here on SE? 311 million. We're going to put SE up on our chart over here. We're going to keep MNK as our primary. We didn't really have anything else, so maybe we'll put SE up over here and we'll keep our other charts kind of open. I have MNK and SE up over there as well right now, but there's really not too much else to look at, so we'll let's see what everybody in the ISW chat's looking at. Let's see. OSS. Yeah, that's one that we had checked earlier, right? Yeah, low float. NVAX, we had played this one yesterday. Could be worth looking at again for a long. It is kind of holding above yesterday's lows. So maybe if we get a push down towards that area, it could be a look to long there. We'll have to see. We actually got in right around the same area. It was one of these candles here, 847. So yeah, the price is pretty much where we got in yesterday. Let's see, AKCA. I'm gonna put NVAX over here. Let's see, what else do we got? AKCA. Not going to be interested there. We actually pulled that one up earlier. Yeah, it's a low floater. mRNA, we already checked. GNPX. I don't think we checked that one out. Not going to be interested there. It's a penny stock for sure. I didn't even see that one up there, to be honest. APT. We got no shares there. I didn't really look. Yeah, there's really not too much going on there. TRIL. I think we had looked at this one yesterday. Yeah, when it had made that little bit of a move there. So nothing there either. CVM. Yeah, CVM we looked at yesterday too. I think this one is a little bit of a lower float. I don't see it anywhere over here. Oh yeah, there it is, 34 mil. It's on the bear scan watch list actually. Well, you guys are still looking at my scanners anyway, so. Yeah, that attention to detail on the date, it's kind of funny. But we're going to go full screen with the scanners. Excuse me. And we'll make MNK our primary here. We'll have SE on the back burner. NVAX as well. And that's kind of all I have up. So I'll post that in the chat when I'm done yawning. Sorry about that. We got about 1 minute here. Let me pull my browser over here. All right, so we got MNK, SE, and NVAX. Those are our three that we're kind of looking at. Posted in my Discord watch list as well. Since we're not busy just yet, we got 30 seconds to the bell. Hit that like button. Maybe it'll attract some more people in here. We can all enjoy this together. Got about 25 seconds here. Good luck to everybody today. Stay green. Remember, wait for your entries. Let them come to you. Hopefully I'm a good model citizen as far model trader as far as that goes. See if I can rush here to the bell. Bing, bing, bing. There we go. 9:30 on the dot. Let's get it. So we're looking for MNK to extend up through this 650 area up towards 7. So we'll see if it wants to get any kind of volume and get up there. If not, we'll just be kind of looking around, see if we can't find something. LK, I know, or LX, I mean. Do have shares on LX. SE not really doing what we wanted it to do. Let's see, we're right at that previous high, 1577. Again, we're going to let this 2-minute candle form. We're not going to get too antsy here. Don't really see anything else just yet. Get up there, we'd be looking for 750. There we go, getting that push. Yeah, I see NVAX. I have that up on my other chart. It's a little bit of a spread here on LX. Letting it do its thing here. What's up, Andrew? Yeah, we might actually check that out. Really interested here. I put an order out here at 1579. By the time it would get there, looks like our candle is going to click over. Maybe. Might actually get there right away. It's going to be like right on it. 5 seconds. If it wants to even get there. 74. Again, we're right there. All right, we're filled. So a lot of stop losses sitting there from the daily, which is not a bad thing. We got 79. Let's put an order out at 56, which would give us what we were looking for if it wants to flush down there real quick. If not, we'll obviously look. We also are still looking around. MNK doing the exact opposite of what we wanted it to do. Although this is a pretty big dump to the downside here. I was looking at it if it wanted to try 6. It got bought up there at 605. I actually thought we were going to get a fill there on LX. It looked like it wanted to push down there for a second. So everything I see moving is just lower floats right now. Let's see, EXPR. I don't have any shares on EXPR. I wanted MNK there, but I was trying to look for it to kind of make that 6 drop. Not really seeing anything else right now. Everything's a little bit lower float. So we'd be looking to add up towards 16 if it wants to go up there on LX. Let's bring, we'll just bring LX up here for now, since really nothing else is going on. I mean, there's a lot going on, but nothing that we'd be interested in. It's funny that we were, oh, crap. All right, we're going to take an ad there. Didn't want to miss it trying to put it in on my bid. Oh, we actually got, oh, I thought it said we got 89, but we got 94. Let's see if we can still get that 50. We'll go for 56. So MNK, that kind of sucked. NVAX could be worth it. I just don't like NVAX because of the float. I really don't. I don't really want to, play with fire twice. I wish we had shares on CVM. Unfortunately, we do not. 80AP is trying to move. It's on SSR. I can't wait to get rid of all this low float noise. I'll tell you that. I know we don't have anything there on FCell, and it's on SSR anyway. I mean, just everything is like 30 mil float or less, and I'm really trying to stay away from those. Getting a little bit of a flush here on LX. Man, MNK would have been a nice winner there. It's a little frustrating. Actually going to change our order to 61 just because of the previous candle where it got bought up. Was at 58. We'll try to front run that just a tad. $65, $63. Trying to be patient with it. The ass wants to come down. All right. I wanted to be patient with that one, but it literally dropped right to VWAP and stalled. So we'll just take our winner there. Not going to be too upset about it. And it does look like it wants to try to bounce right there. If it wants to bounce up towards high day again, we'd be interested to get back in there on LX, but we'll take the winner on that one. I don't like how it just stopped right there. Not a big fan. Wasn't going to try to chase an extra couple cents just to see it maybe rubber band back up towards the highs. Wouldn't really make too much sense. Obviously, it could prove me wrong and just be one of those ones that drops straight through VWAP and down towards like 1550, but I won't be too mad about it. NVAX looks like it would have worked. CYH, what is CYH doing? Let's go back to the full screen here. Yeah, looks like we were right there on LX. That was basically just me trying to read the tape. We saw it drop. It stalled right there on VWAP. And the odds are when that happens, it tends to bounce back up. So that's why we took it off, and so far we were right. Ended up with a decent winner there. There's just nothing. Oh, man, these low floaters. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I will be so happy when I am able to just stare at the scanners and be super happy that I am not worried about low floaters popping off in my ear. So just the one trade so far in LX. Not really seeing anything else at the moment. It's funny, TEDU and LX kind of look like the same chart, sort of. I'm not going to lie, I actually learned something as well on LX. I'm not sure if you guys saw it, but when we first got in, the pop that it got through that previous high because of all the swing trader stop losses probably sitting there. So that was actually kind of interesting. We'll have to take note about that one for next time. See, B keeps talking about NTRP. What's a... Oh, okay, that's one that we can't play. It's 10 mil on the float. JMIA. I think we played that one recently. Here we go. At this key level here, 780. What was it, low? 791. That was kind of the move we wanted to get in there under 8. Just missed it. See if it wants to give us another push down here. Got this key area here at 780. Open. Doesn't look like it's going to give it to us. Not going to be too upset if it doesn't give it to us. Yeah. There's the jump up. We would have just been looking for that 19 area. Just because that's where it was trying to hold support. Looks like it had the pre-market there as well. And here goes LX actually trying to go high a day again. Let's see if we can't get another position. See, we'd be looking for... Well, we'll see if it wants to... We're going to let it try to extend itself here. So 16 is what we're basing off of. If we get the 1620, that's kind of what we were... where we would be interested. Put an order in there at 1622, just in case it wants to shoot up there. If it wants to be a fake out, then oh well. We would have been on the ass there on JMIA if we had gotten in. Might have just took it right here just to be safe because it did kind of reject that area. What's wrong, bud? All right, we're going to get up, see if we get that fill while we're away. Get your applesauce. See, I don't want this to chop around 16 and then go up and hit us, so I'm just kind of trying to watch this as I get some applesauce. We wanted to shoot right up there. You're okay. So it looks like JMI would have worked there even if we were patient. It's looking like LX isn't really doing what we wanted. We're going to see if that thing wants to extend. So let me check the daily. Okay, so we're not at all-time highs. We just had that previous resistance it was getting through. And it doesn't really have too much resistance until up near that 17 area, so be a little careful there. So we're still watching LX here. There's really nothing else that we're interested in right now. QTT. I don't have any shares there. So we did miss a few on the long side today. A little upset at myself about that. I'm always a little bit more weary with the longs, but I think the main reason I was a little upset, yeah, MNK is kind of grinding down, huh? It would have gave us the move we were looking for, though. We wanted that move under 6 on MNK, JMIA. We wanted that little bit. Everything that we pulled up, we just wanted that little bit more, and we just couldn't seem to get it. So LX is kind of giving us that push. See if it wants to get up there towards 1630. Spread's actually a little bit better on it as well. Yeah, MNK is actually getting crushed. mRNA. So Devin is actually short mRNA. Not really something I would be interested in personally. Still just kind of watching LX. Nice drop there on mRNA there for Devin. What? Today seems to be low float day. Let's go back to MNK. Ooh, jeez. Kind of in no man's land right now. Guess 580 is actually not a bad area. We're going to start MNK. We're just going to look for that quick push back up towards 6. What did we get? 87? So we'll just look for that quick 10 cents here. Just trying. 94. This isn't something that we're this thing is kind of getting crushed. So we're just looking for the quickie here. The quick retest to 6. 95. 96. 97. We were on the ask there for a second. 97 on the ask, and we're filled. Sweet. That's all we were looking for. and I'm proud of myself. Jumped in along there. Looks like we picked the perfect spot too, right? Got the 98, jumped right back down. So I said we were just looking for that quick retest to 6. I was reading the tape again, just kind of felt like it was done where it was, looking to get a little bit of a squeeze maybe before it tried to continue. So like Jeff had mentioned, this thing was grinding down, but do you guys see when I got interested in it? I got interested when we got that big intense move to the downside, right? So grinding, and I was interested in this earlier too when it made this big intense move, and look, it got bought right back up. So we had a key level that broke, gave us a nice big candle, intense move to the downside, jumped in on the intense move, and it gave us that pop, right? That's the stronger the move, the weaker the trend. That's all we're looking for. So we got that rubber band, and now look, now it's back to low a day. So we couldn't have played that almost any more perfect. We pretty much hit the low, which was 84. We got 87, and the high coming back up was 98. We got 97. So couldn't have read the tape any better. I mean, I wasn't reading the tape on my sell order. I was just predicting that 6 was going to hold resistance there since it's on the weaker side. Still have LX up as well, and again, this is the same thing, right? MNK, grind, big move. So now with LX, the same thing. We're looking for, it's grinding, and we're looking for the big move. Now on LX, it might be a little bit different. Might try to hold this a little bit longer, seeing if we can get that retest to 16, because it still hasn't done that. But we would still need that big move, like up towards 1650 or something like that. Hopefully this has been a good example of me showing that you need to wait for your entries. Let them come to you, right? They'll come. You just got to wait for them. So we got NTRP and SUP both going off the scanner, both lower floats. Don't have shares on either of them. CVM was also moving. We don't have shares on that either. Also a little bit of a lower float. FI. We have shares on FI. That thing doesn't have any range whatsoever. I mean, LX, look at this thing just grinding. And that's why I didn't leave my order there at 22. Because if it would have went to 22 on this candle, it would have been a nice extended move and quickly, right? But now this thing is just grinding. So now we're really not interested in this unless it really wants to give us a push up through 50 at this point. Because even 1620 might even be looking like it might want to be used as support at this point. So if we can get up there towards 1650, we might be interested looking for that move back down there towards 20. See, Momo was brought to my attention. So just to get back up to 35. I hear you, bud. 25. Looks like SUP is halting. We can get this push under 50 here on Momo. Constantine, what's up, man? How you doing this morning? So I'm looking for this push through 34.50. If we can get it, we'd be looking for it to come back up and try to test that 35 area. And look at LX. Still scared of this thing, to be honest. Just grinding. Like I said, we don't really have any kind of resistance until up towards 17. Let's see what it wants to do when it gets to 50. If it goes through 50 and kind of extends itself real quick, we'd be interested. But if it does not do that and it just keeps grinding like this, we're just going to let it go. It's going to just go without us. Dumb question, but we do not get charged for the tickets we use on our paper trading account on CMEG, right? That is correct. It's not a stupid question. You never know. It's good to know good to know the answer on that. No, you can use the demo account on CMEG unlimited. You can do whatever you want with it. Just make sure you're on the demo account. All right. So we're not really getting that pop. It's just kind of another grindy candle. I was really hoping to see this go up into the 60s pretty quickly. It's just grinding away. Went through 50. Didn't even really like pull back to try to get back under 50. Just kind of like 1 cent at a time. Just chugging along. There it goes, at least attempting to try 50 again. I'm just gonna leave this thing alone for now. I keep thinking I see a hair on but it's my mustache hair. So just the 2 trades so far, one on MNK, one on LX. I was really hoping to get the 34.50 flush on Momo. We were interested. Looks like we should have just jumped in anyway. I really need to stop doing that, looking for the perfect entry, because the whole point of my tinkered strat is that I don't need the perfect entry. So I need to stop looking for the perfect entry, even though, I mean, I'm still pretty good at hitting the perfect entry, which I was discussing with Dave last night. He actually came up with a good idea that I might have to try out, but I'm not going to try it out just yet because I'm still getting comfortable just getting into the trades with the new strat. So I don't really want to modify it too much, but I've started to notice that a lot of my trades are single entry. So instead of doing like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, until we get to that max loss point, the idea might be to go start with 2. So like say right now I'm looking to start with 25 shares on Momo. If it would have gave us that break, start with 50, and then my ads would be 25. So that if I do only get the single entry, it's given me, I'm still looking for the same price target to get out. So I would essentially get double the profits that I would be getting with a single entry. So that's the idea behind it. And even on a 2 entry, which all but one of my trades so far have been 1 or 2 entries, I would still get about a third more if I go with the second entry based off of starting with 2 instead of 1. So doing a 2-1 as my second entry, 2 is the first, 1 is the second, it would essentially still profit me more, just not double. It would be about a third more. So that's something I'll be looking into because I do seem to have a lot of single entries. But I'm going to focus on just finding the entries right now and getting comfortable with the new strat, which I'm starting to get a lot more comfortable. And at the end of January, we'll go back and take a look and really start to evaluate that a little bit more. So it looks like LX is trying to get back under 50. That thing just grinded. I'm just going to let it be because that could just consolidate right here at 50 and then go higher. We've seen these grinder type charts over and over again, and they're always the ones that used to burn us in the past. So we're learning to stay away from them. Let's take a look at what SUP did. Yeah, I know this thing got halted. I took it off my other chart. This thing got obliterated right out of the halt, it looks like. Opened at 411, so it actually opened higher, went to 420, and then dropped all the way down to 370. Let's see what you did see. Let me pull the chart up. Can't really see it in the Discord. Dang, you got some good risk tolerance. I'm assuming when you got in, your risk was based off low a day there. Sorry, I'm looking at a chart that Sue posted in the Discord. Scammer calls. Nothing like some good old scammer calls. If you're new here, guys, I'm Tim here at Volatility Trading. Like to do this every single morning. Try to make some money here along with you guys. Brad says, I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks, Brad. Appreciate you stopping by. As always, Brad is one of the OGs of the channel. He's still waiting for him to bake me some cupcakes or something and hand deliver them because I know he's not like super close by, but he is in the same state. So make it happen, Brad. Just saying. It's funny because he's not really a baker. If you guys are interested in joining the Discord, I'll post that in the chat. Things are kind of slowing down here. Really not much going on. We talk in there pretty much all day, especially after the stream ends around 11 o'clock. So feel free to jump in there if you have any questions, comments, concerns, all that good stuff. If you just want to talk trades, talk about life, talk about anything. That's kind of what we do in the Discord for most of the day. My new rule is I'm shutting down my trading stuff at 12. I tend to just lock my montages and keep it up just so if somebody wants to talk about something, I can pull the chart up still. But other than that, I am not trading after 12 o'clock. That's my new rule. Don't really see anything else going on here. But just to let you guys know, if you are new here, I told you before, my name's Tim. I like to be as truthful and transparent as anyone can be in this day trading world. I like to think that my channel is one of a kind. You don't see another channel out there showing you everything. There is absolutely, I'm here every single day. I've posted a video every single day since I started this. There is nothing for me to hide. I can't hide it. If you guys ask to see anything, it's there to be seen. I want you guys to know that you can come to my channel every single day and watch the truth. That's what all it comes down to. I wish I had something like that when I first started trading. I wish there was channels out there that weren't always trying to push stuff on you to try to sell you stuff. And so that was kind of what inspired me to make the channel in a way. I started it off as just a video journal, and it turned into what it is now, a channel that is one of a kind and unlike any other out there. So looks like I'm glad we didn't get into Momo. It didn't really work out. It looks like it's trying to give us that 50 flush now. Not too sure I'd be happy about it. This thing is just not, it has not bounced at all. It dumped at the open, consolidated there, dumped, I mean, it never really gave any kind of consolidation until down here at 35. Consolidated at 35, dumped. Consolidated here under 35, dumped. Consolidated here at 34.80, and now it's dumping again. So take the hint, right? This thing obviously does not want to bounce. Still looking around. I mean, there was tons of opportunities today. They were just all low floaters. So a little unfortunate there. Also, if you are new, I am working on a newer, it's not a newer strategy. It's my old strategy. I'm just tinkering with it a little bit. I'm just trying to make it better. I used to use a 112 type system. Like I can show you on LX. So here on LX, typically I would have got in with a quarter of my size, so 25%. And then I would have hit it for 25% again. And then if it would have kept going, I would have looked to get a final add of my last 50%. So it would be a 112 system, looking to get in full size and then looking for the drop like we got. However, there's been tons of times where it would kind of consolidate and go high of day and stop me out, because that was the rule. If it went high of day after trying to consolidate, you stop out to eliminate risk, right? Because you can't just let something keep going against you, expecting it to finally end up pulling back down to that point. So I started to try to figure out how to not get faked out as much. So what I came up with was to just start a lot smaller, looking for more base hits instead of like doubles, triples, and home runs, and set a max loss. Because one of the major issues was if I did let it go against me, I tend to get emotional and let it just keep going. So by starting smaller, it's a lot easier to have a nice set max loss, so that if we ever get to that point, we can cut it. And we know our set risk every single trade, and every single day for that matter. Because I have my set risk right now at $150 per day. So that could be in one trade, it could be in 3 trades, it could be in 5, 10 trades. But if we end up hitting that max loss, everything gets cut, and that's it. That's the day. You move on to tomorrow. But the idea is to get into, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trades a day where we're stacking up, these base hits. And the overall goal is not always to get these 10, 17, 50. Hold on. It's not to get these $10, $17, 50-cent winner, even though they're great. Because if you think about it, on a single entry, if you add a 0 behind those in the future, that's $100. That's $175. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. I'm basically downscaling it so that I can get consistent with it and then start to scale it up to eventually make more. So hitting these little base hits for $100, $175, and stuff like that adds up. And it adds up for this, considering if we were to keep adding, the idea behind it is to let it work for us after we get those ads, looking for the bigger winners. What's wrong, bud? I don't understand what you're asking me. What do you want to do with them? You want to put it back? Put it back like this. Did you throw it? You didn't mean to? You want them all out? Out? You mean to dump them all out? Like this? Like that? Look at this. And as you guys can tell, if you like my channel, you're going to have to like my kid screaming every once in a while. What's wrong, boy? The fun ones are when I'm actually in a trade and he starts doing this. This. Look who it is. Who's that? Who is that? Is that Peppa? Peppa? Peppa Pig seems to work. There's still really nothing moving that isn't a low float. Sorry, I was reading the ISW chat looking to see what's going on there. So LX did decide to turn around. It's kind of grinding back down. Back to LK. What did LK do? Oh, LK is actually giving us a move we might be interested in here. No, come on, bud. You're being good. Got pretty good support down here at 47. I see NTRP's float is basically 10 million. That's pretty low. There's that drop on LX. So we never really got the move that we were looking for to get into that stock. So, oh well, not really going to fret about that. I just I don't want to get in here so close to the $0.50. Of course, it shot right through there. Would have just been looking for the low of this candle, 71. But again, you see the big intense move. We would have been interested. I pulled it up and we were a little late. It was already back up to 47.40, but it got down there to 47.24. We would have been looking to jump in, looking for around 47.70. But I don't think I ever finished what I was saying. Well, Jeff, if you went back to LX, you should be looking good right now. The idea of the new strat is to never really risk more than I'm willing to take profit on. So that's kind of the idea. But if I hit it with a single entry or a double, just a 2 entry, I'm pretty much doing just that anyway. Because if it works for me right away, I'm not really risking anything. It's kind of a stress-free trade. So it's one of them ones where if it works right away and gets near my price target, I'm most likely going to take it off because it was basically a free trade, free money in a sense, since we timed it so well. Here we go with LK. I know you didn't even mean LK, but LK could turn into a play here. I'm going to start LK here. Got 47.16. Kind of looking for the 47 area to hold as support. But we'd obviously be looking to add if we get down to there. So we're not looking for anything crazy here. All right, we're coming down. Oh, geez, that was a... Get a quick add there. Got really spready, too. So now we'd be looking for 47.89. Wait, that's not right. Oops. 47.24. I don't know if this is right, but we're going to put it out there anyway. I'm just kind of front running this support area that it was at if it wants to pop up there real quick. It's kind of fighting here. It keeps going down but getting bought up. See if we can get back through 47. Big intense move down there. This might be one of the ones where it just pops up real quick. I got impatient and finally cut. Gotcha. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to develop a system where my emotions are kind of taken out of the equation for the most part. MNK dip. So there goes LX all the way down to that 16 area we were talking about. Just wish it wouldn't have grinded its way up there. Yeah, dip here on MNK is not too bad. Don't really like how it didn't really extend itself away from this support area too much, though. I just want to see LK try to get through 47 again. I think if we do, we'll squeeze up a little bit. Really not much holding it down at the 47 area. We just got to get up through it. And then we should get a little bit of a squeeze. I don't have shorts on LK. I'm not short. I'm long. Keeps getting stuck here at 98. There we go. 99. There we go. 47. See if we can't get a little bit of a squeeze up through 47 here. Again, we're just looking to kind of front run this little bit of a support area sitting at 47.24. Right back under. Just gonna be patient here with it. See if we can't start working our way back up. He's definitely struggling. A lot of catching up to do in the ISW chat. There's been a lot of like chart talk and stuff like that, I'm definitely interested to read it. I'm gonna wait until after we shut things down though. Yes, bud. Go pick them up. Go pick them up, silly. Yeah, so I was trying to go low a day here, which actually it is at low a day. See if it's a little bit of a fake out. It didn't really like burst through. Say the low was 82, got to 76 there. There's a big seller there that popped in but got eaten right through. What's wrong, bud? Is that what you wanted? Silly kid. Alright, trying to get up there to 47 again. Just kind of watching it. There's really not too much else going on. MNK is just kind of doing its consolidation thing, so I'm not really interested there. Man, SUP just pretty much gave everything back. Look at that. Like a big old horseshoe. So this is not, you know, the best looking chart for us right now because it's kind of doing what it was doing up here before going down even further, right? But we are really extended at this point from, you know, our VWAP. So that's kind of what attracted us to this trade in the first place. So really need to get back through 47, I feel, is like the main goal right now. If we can get back through 47, we might get that little bit of a squeeze. There we go. Let's see if we can actually get a squeeze up. Right back through 47. I mean, we're kind of in what looks like a pattern where it's going to give us that little bit of a squeeze. We've seen this over and over again before. But it also does look like up here it tried to do the same thing, and it was a fake out before dumping even lower. But you would like to think that we started to run out of sellers to do that. We're really fighting 47 here. We just need the bid to come up through 47. There we go. See if we can get it to actually push through. See if the buyers can step in here at 47. Now we just need to push it up. Decent orders sitting there at 10. Who knows if they're just show? We'll find out if we get there. So our order sitting in there at 19. See if we can get that push. There was that order at 10. It went right through. Now it's kind of getting shoved back down a little bit. We're trying to be patient. Waited this long. Getting shoved right back down. Be kind of a sad story if that was all it had. So we were in the green there for a second. Wasn't really that much. It's kind of just right at our average, sitting there at 47.04. See, what do we get to? 47.11. These are the ones that kind of test your patience a little bit. I mean, there's really no reason for me to freak out. We're still making higher lows here on the way up. Just keeps getting shoved down, though, pretty quickly. It's really fighting to get up, and then it gets shoved down real quick. It's not what you like to see. It's also usually what tends to create a squeeze, but it doesn't seem to be what we're getting. So we're actually at low a day again. Okay, so we are at low a day. There we go. Sorry, I was looking at something else there. This thing is really getting sold into. All right, get an ad there. We're gonna hit our little button now. LX popped back up. Yeah, sure did. So I'm not a huge fan of LK right now because now we're kind of in no man's land a little bit. But we're just going to stick to our plan here. Jeez, look at when it goes through like that. That's harsh. we got another ad there. Ugh. Kind of told you we're in no man's land right now. It's not a good feeling. We're just going to stick to our plan here. Put our order out there. So we obviously got a lot of work to do here. Well done. I was going to say we can probably get rid of these lines because they obviously... I'll keep... Is it this one? Yeah, let's see, it's active. So this top line was really just the whole dollar. I think the only mistake ad was this one, but I was really kind of assuming the 50 break, which I didn't even... 71, so that was actually not a good ad. That, if I'm looking back already in hindsight, this ad right here was not the best. Should have been waiting for closer to 50 on that one. Let's make sure I don't mess up there. Let me put that in there just in case. I don't hate these two ads, but this one was kind of a bad one in hindsight. That was the definition of attempting to kind of catch a falling knife. I was assuming a stop place instead of actually. I was assuming it might be a fake out underneath the lows, so it wasn't a good ad at all. When in reality, I should have expected something more like this because we consolidated, and when we broke the lows, the odds are you're going to get a bigger move than that. And if it wanted to be a fake out, then we had no business adding there. Oh, that was two really good cracks. I never crack my neck. Those were nice ones. Going right back down there towards 46. And that's what it keeps doing. It keeps just busting through those areas. It's crazy. So we're going to have to start doing our math here on our area that we're going to have to look to jump out of this. So I was going to grab an ad there, but I was kind of expecting it to go a little bit lower. So that might be a little bit of a fake out through 46. Maybe now we start to get a climb. Who knows? All right, we never know what it's going to do. Never assume. But I should have got an ad under there. It's kind of my fault. I don't want to say I was scared. I was expecting it to drop down into the 70s real quick, and I was going to hit it there. But again, expecting it to do something, got to stop doing that. Have to just play the chart, play the price action. Excuse me. I'm gonna go wee. Wee blaze. All right, so it's looking like we might get an ad here. Might be one of our final ads. So 30. So to get it to 150, we could make 45.50 our stop. So we'd want our ad to be a little bit lower. All right. There's the ad. Pretty much, if it breaks 50, we're done here. Or 49. Position, market, stop. 45, 49. Oh, shit. Alrighty. And there it is. That was a bad one, guys. I didn't even get to put my stop in. It happened so fast, but I'm glad we got out, right? Because look at it. All right. So this is what happens when the strat doesn't work. I'm going to take a quick stab at a pop here. What do we get, 26? See if we can't get a little bit back on it. This is complete stupidity. This is me just being frustrated with it. Because, I mean, this is the kind of moves we're looking for to even start a move. But we're just looking for a quick scalp. Just the retest. There it is on the ask. Come on. And there we go. We'll take a little bit back there. It actually gets us closer to where our max loss on the trade should have been. We probably would have got some slippage on the stop anyway. So a little frustrating there. We stuck to the plan, right? I'm not going to be too upset about it. These things are going to happen. Unfortunately, you know, that's why we need more winners on other trades. I blame Jeff because he typed in the wrong ticker. It kind of got us started on LK in the first place. No, I'm just kidding. So, yes, that was a little bit of a revenge trade. But again, the big intense move, you know, that's what we're looking for to start these positions. So I'm not mad at myself for really taking that trade, right? I was collected. It looks like a revenge trade. It probably had a little bit to do with it. But, you know, I didn't jump in with like some crazy size or something. I started it looking for that half of this candle move back, and the $0.50 was right there. We front ran it just like we would have normally. So we'll take that trade. I'm not too upset about it. Just frustrated that, I mean, this thing just did not bounce at all. We had an opportunity to get out, but that's not what we're doing with this strategy. We're not looking for the, you know, getting out break even, especially only on a 2 entry. We were looking for that pop, and we never got it. And it ended up turning into what it was. This thing, look at it, just doesn't want to really do anything. Might actually look, if it wants to go through 40, there we go. I missed it. This thing is hungry to the downside. You want some more applesauce? Apple. That was a good apple, bud. Come on. Yeah, I figured we'd miss that one. Oh well. I think we're going to end it there. Doesn't your strategy only get you to max size when you're losing? Yes. That's kind of the point, Kevin. Is you're never risking more than you're looking to win. So I'm risking 150 bucks, but if that would have bounced there at 45.50 and got all the way up to my target, I'm looking to make 150, if that makes sense. So obviously that didn't happen. At any given point, say I was risking around $100 when it was chopping around here, I was looking for this to come back up and to make $100. So that was kind of, I'm looking to never really risk more than I'm looking to make. So, and we're taking the higher probability trades. So the odds are, this isn't going to happen very often. Unfortunately, when it does, and if it does get down to your max loss, it sucks. But it is what it is. It's going to happen. So, not really. Of course, LK is popping up there. I mean, we would have already been out of it if we had jumped back in there under 45 anyway, so not a big deal. But let me, that's what I meant to do. So, one. So we're going to end up down 126.75 on the day. Not horrible, considering, we want our max loss any given day to be that 150 bucks, right? Unfortunately, we've been getting a lot of trades, 2-3 trades a day where they've been those single double entries, where if we get these 2, 3, even 5 entries and they actually work for us in the end, those are the big winners that we're looking for. So unfortunately, now it's actually trying to give more of a bounce than usual, which is what we were looking for. I mean, the way that this looks, according to VWAP, is exactly how it looked to us when it was up here. So it's a little unfortunate that now it's attempting to give the bounce instead of up here, especially closer to 11 o'clock, which is usually when you don't get these types of bounces. But look at it go. Okay. Anybody have any questions, comments, concerns? Want to laugh at me for losing? Go for it. Let me hear it. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here shortly. And go play with the kiddo for a little bit, clear my mind, and then I'll end up making my video around lunchtime. Definitely gonna have to clear my head looking at what LK is doing right now. course, too, now it makes me not even want to go back and like read the chat. I need to clear my mind so I can come back fresh. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. If you have any additional questions, feel free to jump in the Discord and ask me. Find me on Twitter if you want. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you like seeing me lose money sometimes, it's part of the deal. It happens. We're not going to win money every single day, even though that's the plan. And with that said, I will catch you guys tomorrow morning. Peace.